So just a few hours ago, I went ahead and made a Jurassic World Evolution 3 video that covered every single detail and things that you might have missed over the last week during Gamescom, since a lot of information, a lot of video, and a lot of footage was just released, confirming loads of new species for the game. So we did kind of like a full weekly recap. But what I wasn't expecting is for Frontier to announce more information the very minute my video goes live. So that's kind of like ripped out my video, and my Evolution 3 content hasn't really been doing well view-wise. So the one thing that I thought of to salvage my view count for Evolution 3 content was this video, and now it's pretty much null and void because of Frontier's recent update. I went ahead and made a second channel video, and then midway through that, they released new information, which we're going to cover today. It's a brand new website, as you can see, confirming some new dinosaurs, and I'm actually relatively excited to get into it. But before we do any of that, go ahead and press that subscribe button and leave a like on the video if you enjoy. But for now, let's get into the new database that Jurassic World Evolution 3 just released. So yes, here we are on the Jurassic World Evolution 3 website, where we have the option for game info, news and media, community, blah blah blah. So, we can explore the website, have a better look at it and identify some few things. But I think all of the information that's currently, this is pretty cool. But all of the information that's currently available on this website is stuff that you can see via the videos. And of course my own videos that I'm also making. However, they went ahead and updated the website, adding a new tab for dinosaurs. And when we click here, we get to see all of the dinosaurs that have been officially confirmed just yet. Now, last week we literally had 16 or 17 dinosaurs confirmed for the roster of Jurassic World Evolution 3, and there's only 19 on the website, including some new ones as well. So these are only going to be official basis. But taking a look, let's get into it. We have all of them right here, which just looks so good. Let's go by list. If I can click list, there you go. We have the Allosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Brachiosaurus, Deinosuchus, which is now confirmed, Ichthyosaurus, which is also now confirmed. I'm so glad they returned. The Indominus Rex, Lokiceratops, Mosa, Patagotitan, Psittacosaurus, Pteranodon, Quetzal, Spino, Stego, Trike, Troodon, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Utah, and Velo. And then as you can see, 6 days until the next one gets revealed. And then we have multiple. But the thing is, we know that there's going to be 82 species at launch, and as you can see we have a chunk of them and then they start to fade out, but then the website kind of ends there. Well, I think that they fade out because eventually we'll be able to scroll and we'll get to see every single one of them. But what I also noticed whilst being curious is that there are actually some mentions of species that haven't been confirmed in the game just yet. So we're going to go ahead and read each database for each animal and try to see if there's anything sneaky in there, because there's one thing, which you can probably tell by the title and thumbnail, that's definitely perked my curiosity. Heading into the Allosaurus, we get the mother and the father, and we also get the baby, the juvenile. But notice how these are taken after the Jurassic World models and not the evolution models that started with Jurassic World Evolution 1. So it seems like maybe the evolution design for the Allosaurus is now kicked the bucket and we're only going to have this one. I really hope that's not the case, because I still like to have different variants for these animals. But given a read here, it doesn't seem like any name drops happened and there's no extra information, but either way it's still really cool just to see these guys in animation. Next up we have the Ankylosaurus. We get the father, the mother, and the juvenile yet again. Just so cute. Once again, given a little read through, there's not really any significant name drops, there's nothing special going on here, so let's move on to the Brachiosaurus, where we get to see the family. Right here we have the male, the female, and the juvenile as well. Again, I don't think there's any name drops here specifically mentioned, but nevertheless, it's our first look at all three of these together. We also have the Deinosuchus, which is now confirmed, with the male, which is significantly larger than the female, and the juvenile. Now the thing is, the juvenile is large anyways, so it doesn't quite look like a juvenile of anything. They just look humongous. But I'm glad Deinosuchus returns because it appeared in Jurassic World Rebirth, as you guys know, so this is a canonical species. But again, no extra name drops, nothing specific to go off, but some interesting information nonetheless. Ichthyosaurus I'm interested about because, okay, hold on a second, wait. Who the hell is the juvenile? I think we have male and then we have female, and I think that should be the juvenile. The only way I'm basing that off is not the size, but the eyes, because as you can see, the eyes of two of them, which I would presume is male and female adults, looks significantly different to the ones with the juveniles. So I just presume maybe this is the juvenile because of the eyes. Next up, we have the Indominus Rex, the one that I wanted to talk about because we only have one. We don't have a male, we don't have a female, we don't have a juvenile. Actually, that's really dumb to say. This is obviously going to be a female. But either way, they are not going to be able to breed. The hybrids are not going to be able to breed in Jurassic World Evolution 3. But if we continue to read on, we talk about the genetic makeup of how we combine and create the Indominus Rex. And here it says combining multiple existing species including Deinosuchus, Giganotosaurus, Carnotaurus, Velociraptor, and the infamous Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now what's interesting here is Deinosuchus. Now, I'm going to manage some expectations here because in Evolution 2 and Evolution 1, we do have name drops in the database of creatures that we can't specifically make in that game. So it is possible that Deinosuchus falls under that category as well. But, ladies and gentlemen, there are also other dinosaurs such as Majungasaurus and Rugops that are part of the genetic makeup of the Indominus Rex. But those species, as well as Therizinosaurus may I add, were not mentioned in this database whatsoever. So why was Deinosuchus specifically mentioned? Now when you add on to the theory with the fact that we're going to have deeper water and our dinosaurs are going to swim in the deeper water, this is the best opportunity than ever to bring in prehistoric crocodiles such as the Deinosuchus, which again is a genetic part of the Indominus Rex. So what I think is going on here, again this is just theory and speculation, I think that they have specifically name dropped the Deinosuchus here because they are going to go ahead and bring it into Jurassic World Evolution 3 as the first ever prehistoric crocodilian. Now again this is just a theory, but a lot of it adds up. There are 3 specific species in the makeup of the Indominus Rex that were not mentioned in this whatsoever. 2 of them, which we already know is going to be in Jurassic World Evolution 3, presumably since they are canonical species. And we now have the addition of dinosaurs walking through deep water, swimming in deep water, and being able to live on land and in water. That's perfect for a crocodilian. So I think that this may actually be our first tease to confirm the Deinosuchus being added into Jurassic World Evolution 3, which gets me so freaking excited. Moving on, we have the Lokiceratops with the male, female, and juvenile. We've already seen a lot about these guys. Then we can move on to the Mosasaurus, again, male, female, and juvenile, swimming very, very quickly. It doesn't seem like anything has been specifically name dropped here like we had with the Indominus Rex. We can move on to Patagotitan, where we have the male, female, and juvenile. Here we can see that I believe the male has the spikier horns and the female is larger but has the shorter horns on the back. And then we have the Psittacosaurus with the female, the male, and the juvenile. It seems like the juvenile likes to walk on its fours compared to the adult version where they just seem to be more bipedal. Then we have the Pteranodons here where we have the male, the female, and the juvenile as well. I really hope we do get to see the Jurassic Park 3 Pteranodons because I honestly think they're a lot better. But it does make me wonder with all of these different variants, such as the Quetzalcoatlus having a Dominion version and a Rebirth version. We have the Pteranodon with a World version and Jurassic Park 3 version and the Lost World Jurassic Park version as well. Are they also going to have juveniles and be able to breed? That's a lot of content. Talking of the Quetzalcoatlus, we have the male, the female, and the juvenile, which we've already seen quite frequently as well. But then we get to see the Spinosaurus, which is awesome. We have the male, which we know is the standard model for the Jurassic Park 3 version because he was a male. Then we have the female, which, I don't know, I feel like it's just smaller in size, which is a little bit unfortunate. And then we have the juvenile, which the color palette of the juvenile looks freaking insane. And I love how cute this thing looks, but also how it'll probably tear you to shreds and it's terrifying. We get to see the Stegosaurus, male, female, and juvenile. I don't know, I feel like the juvenile doesn't resemble what we see in the Lost World Jurassic Park all that much, which is quite unfortunate. Again, the Triceratops, male, female, and juvenile as well. We've seen these guys plenty. And Troodon, which was confirmed very recently as well. We get to see the male, female, and the juvenile, but the skin on the female looks absolutely amazing. I love the style of it. I love the design of it. My only wish is that hopefully we'll get something designed like Jurassic Park the game, but since technically that's under a different name, I understand why we might not be getting that. Either way, the Troodons look really, really good, and I really like the skin patterns of these guys. All of them, actually. We get to see the T-Rex, the Buckdo, and the juvenile as well. We see that often. The Utahraptor as well, the male being larger, female being shorter, and then the juvenile, we've seen that guy already. And then we see the Velociraptors, which again is pretty much the same thing. Male is larger. Hold on. Wait, the male has something on its head as well. That's interesting. But yes, the male is larger, female is shorter, and then we also have the juvenile as well. But moving on from that, we go back into a loop for the Allosaurus. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. We get to see the family variants of pretty much 19 species. I believe Troodon was our first look at it. We also get to see the Dunkleosteus confirmed, and the Ichthyosaurus is also confirmed, so we can add that to the roster list. But it also seems like there's a chance, albeit a slim one, that there's a chance the Deinosuchus may be in Jurassic World Evolution 3, which would be absolutely amazing to see. It is technically canon because it is part of the genetic makeup of the Indominus Rex, and there is a deleted scene out there where Owen Grady walks past a skull of the Deinosuchus. So there's a chance that that might add and aid to this theory even more. So if you're excited for the Deinosuchus, go ahead and leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here. We're living in exciting times. Hopefully the Deinosuchus does come true, because this is the best time ever. And if it isn't in the base game, then I guarantee later on, once Frontier deal out all of the DLCs and dish them out to every single player, hopefully one of them will include the Deinosuchus or something of the sorts. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hey, did you enjoy the video? Well, why not leave a like and subscribe for more Jurassic content? I appreciate every single one of you for reaching this point into the video and supporting me this far. If you wish to support me even further, then feel free to head on down to the description where you can find links to donate, my Patreon, and you can also press that join button to become a member here on YouTube and gain access to some awesome emojis. A massive thank you to all of the YouTube members for this month, as well as the amazing fans over on Patreon too. Your extra bit of support really goes a long way. But for now, I wish you a great rest of your day.